Hello, hello, and good morning. I thought today we would answer your burning questions that you asked on Instagram. And I have no pocket right there. What's going on? I'm about to go for a run. We're taking Miss Rogie Poo with us because Speedy doesn't like running or anything. He's prissy. Okay, are you stuck? What are you doing? The first question of the day is, why do we keep Rogue on a leash? The reasons are twofold. The first reason is, even though she's big, she's still a puppy. One of the training techniques when they're really small is to keep them on house lead in the house. It's a really, really long leash, so you can keep them contained. Like, I didn't want her going to the basement and not have a baby gate. Also, she's too big for a baby gate. She'll knock it over. She loves to, like, wrestle with her mouth. She actually is not on the lead very much anymore because we're trusting her more and more. But the last 3 weeks, she was in heat for the first time. That was so messy that I put her back on the lead to keep her on the hard floor because I didn't want her staining any of the carpets, or she doesn't get on the furniture, but I didn't want her staining any of the carpets. The people would like to know, what is something about Rogue that surprises you or surprised you?
How about she hugs?
She does hug. Are you gonna hug? I haven't taken her leash off yet, but it's not attached to anything.
She's never hugged me.
She's never hugged you?
She hugs Dad.
She hugs
so
my
much.
leg. She wraps each paw around my leg and hugs my leg.
She hugged Josh once.
Okay, hug my leg. I don't know if she can do it on command.
She can't.
She smiles a lot.
I like that about
It's
her.
the thing that surprises me is she doesn't like the water.
Yeah.
She doesn't like to swim. She doesn't like sprinklers.
But she loves snow.
She's scared of rain. That's close to a hug. She does that with her paw all the time. Shoes, I'm currently wearing the Brooks Ghost 14 in a 9.5 in a wide because I have a bunion. These are my next ones in the box. Those are sick looking. Look at that. The teal looks almost glow in the dark. I don't think it is, but. Oh my gosh. Okay. She's 50 pounds. Like, exactly. 50 pounds. She's 50 pounds. A puppy at 50 pounds. Hey, the question is, how do I raise teens to respect me? Since you're a teen, what's your hot take?
Okay, thanks, bye.
Okay, thanks.
When we were a very young age, we knew what was right and wrong.
Clear understanding of behavior expectations.
Like, if we were out of line, we knew. You had these boundaries, and we knew where to stay, right? So as we've gotten older, we know those boundaries are. It wasn't like you like let everything slide when you were younger.
Yes, you're saying I was consistent your whole life.
Yeah, you were consistent, letting us know what was right and wrong. Girl.
Man, hungry.
So now that we've gotten older, we know, and you don't have to tell us now.
So you're saying I don't tolerate the silliness.
Oh, you tolerate silliness.
The shenanigans.
You participate in the silliness.
The hootenannies.
I'm saying.
So it's a little bit of nanny.
A little bit new. Is everything a joke to you? It's kind of.
Yes, everything is a joke to me.
It's kind of hard to explain, but.
No, I think you did a good job.
Yeah, like for some parents, like when the kids are younger, they're like, oh, they don't know anything. They don't know because you haven't taught them.
And also, P.S. sick sweatshirt.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm sick of smiling.
So is my job.
What do I think of the Costco canned chicken? Unpopular opinion, it's overrated. It's really expensive, you guys. And if you don't rinse it, it tastes a little like tuna. And if I wanted my canned chicken to taste like tuna, I just would have bought tuna. What do I do about picky eaters? That is an excellent question. I'm so glad you asked because I'm doing an entire podcast on that question. Didn't know I had a podcast? I do. It's called Frugal Fit Mom, wherever you find podcasts. Hopefully my episodes are out as of the publishing of this video. We've recorded a few. I need a starting point for starting healthy, nutritious, and fit lifestyle. Help me please. At this point, right now, starting in day 1, it's about creating new habits. So essentially, it doesn't matter what you do as far as movement goes. Do anything, and you don't have to do an hour. You don't have to do 30 minutes. All we're doing is creating a habit. Pick anything and do that one time. So it's walk 1 block, jog 1 mile, get on your bike and bike a half a mile, bike to the lamp post and back. Get up, put your clothes on and do 1 Zumba class. Do 10 minutes of meditation, 10 minutes of yoga, 5 minutes of dancing. Look, it does not matter what you're doing, where you're doing, who you're doing it with. You're just creating a habit. And then as far as nutrition goes, because that kind of goes hand in hand with both, what's helpful for me is to figure out what I can add to my diet instead of restricting. Restricting does not work well for me. I am like kind of an all or nothing person. If you tell me I can't have it, all I'll do is think about it. So I like to add things, adding water, adding vegetables. So something that I've been really focusing a lot on lately is doing like my vitamins. I suck at that. I'm so bad at it. So when Care of reached out to me to do this video with them, I was so excited because it's so easy. So Care of is a subscription service that ships high quality vitamins, supplements, and powders to your door every month. So everything that you want to take is in this tiny, convenient little package. So I went on and I took this really short 5-minute quiz so they know what kind of vitamin and or supplementation program I want to be on. And then they customize my little packet, send it to me. So I have my 30-day supply sent right to my door. I don't have to go shopping. I don't have to remember where 10 bottles of stuff are in my house, and I don't have to worry about my kids taking it. So the vitamin packs are awesome for travel and on the go. I'm really excited about what came in mine because even according to my doctors that I've gone to after blood work, they do recommend me to take iron and vitamin D because I tend to run low in those, especially in the climate that I live. So now doing my daily routine where adding something beneficial to my life is easier. And my friends, that's not all. They're gonna give you a deal. I would not have talked about them if they were not gonna offer you guys a screaming deal today. 50% off of your first Care of order. All you have to do is go to takecareof.com. It's the first link in the blue below. That's gonna give you 50% off your first order. I am so glad Care of reached out to me to partner with me on today's video. I think you're gonna love them as well. And back to the rest of the questions. Do I think the pandemic helped my channel grow? I actually do not. My channel really blew up with my viral video, which was January 13th of 2020. By the end of March of 2020, like it had kind of, I wouldn't say tanked, but slowed drastically. I personally feel that the pandemic hurt my channel. Because they're all athletes, I do talk to them about what they need as athletes. Like they need protein, they need hearty meals, like a protein, a fat, a carb, to fuel their body. I don't villainize any foods at all, but of course, like they have birthdays, they have cake and ice cream, they have cookie parties at school. It's all good and fine. But for the most part, I just try and offer a variety of foods, some delicious vegetables, delicious proteins. All my kids eat fish, they all eat shrimp, they all eat Brussels sprouts and asparagus and broccoli, just because we've given it to them their entire lives. What does Haley want to do after high school? I'd say don't ask her unless you want to see a royal freak out. The short answer is that she doesn't know. And do I still plan on doing rental properties? Yes. I am just getting gas here at Sam's Club. I'm letting my hair air dry. Good thing I brought a hat today. What investment accounts do I contribute to every month or quarter or yearly? So every month we invest in Dave's 401k at work, Dave's and my IRAs, individual retirement accounts. We have kids' college accounts. And then we also do a little bit of investing outside of retirement accounts. Mostly mutual funds. What are my coping mechanisms when I'm under stress? Dave says it's to read a book. When I'm super stressed out, I shut everything away and I get out a book and I plop myself down and I read. Just left Bath & Body Works using my free coupons that came in the mail. So I got 2 sprays and a wallflower for like $4. That seems too high in my head, but it's what worked out. Something we're trying to figure out is how to get my kids maybe to go to school online during the winter and do a semester somewhere warmer and rent something for like a month or 2. I got the idea by watching some of my kids' friends. They'll go and rent a house for 6 weeks in St. George, in Florida. A friend of mine just rented a house in the Dominican Republic for 5 weeks during this coming winter, and they just do like homeschool their kids during that time. So trying to figure out if that makes sense. Is it a hassle to take the kids out of school and then put them back when we come back? I don't have the answers to that. Okay, successful day at the mall. Used all my free coupons. Got 2 little body sprays and a free underwear, Victoria's Secret, so hallelujah. We have made it to Lauren's. She is about to answer why she's not in more videos. Do you want the camera on you or no? She's saying she's looking like a mess today. Okay, but you can hear her voice. Look, here's her shoulder. There, look, she's right there. Okay, Lauren, why aren't you in more of my videos?
Well, I'm not in this video right now because I look awful. It's having a really rough day at work.
It's been a day at her work.
I don't know, Christine, why am I not in more videos?
Okay, to be clear, we actually don't live that close. She works full time and she's a single mom of 3 kids. Her kids are in activities. She's the only one doing any of it. I don't even think I've seen you in person, like just me, for a month.
I feel like I see you 3 times a week.
Okay, Lauren says, look, there's her shoulder. Oh, right there. She says she watches all of my videos. So she feels like we're hanging out 3 times a week.
Every day, well, maybe the day after they come out, when I'm at the gym on the Stairmaster, I turn on the video and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch it. And then like, I feel like we're interacting because I know you so well and it feels very normal, like this video I'm watching that I'm just with you. And then I'm like, oh wait, we haven't actually talked in like a month.
Yeah,
so
that does happen.
I feel like I hang out with Christine all the time.
And I don't.
She just doesn't care, I guess.
I've talked in the past about opening a restaurant. Did I? We could say that's way on the back burner now. Yes, me and my siblings were tight our whole lives as children, as teenagers. And then once you become adults, you kind of have to like relearn the relationship as adults. But as long as you take the time to do that, the relationship can exist all like your whole life. Can you hear me at all? The next question is, if I won the lottery, would I still be frugal? And I think what we need to clarify is what does frugal mean? Because it does not mean being cheap or miserly or not spending money. It means that you are aware of the value of your money so you don't waste money and you want to deal where you can get it. Yeah, I think I probably would still be frugal. Probably be boring and like invest most of it. These are the hooks I got. Oh, are they seriously $32? Dang. Ugh, that's way more than I wanted it to be. One for each of my boys' rooms. I'm also going to get this Ott light for my room on clearance. What's my favorite Halloween costume we've ever done as a family? It's this here. I ordered them already. You're just gonna have to wait and see. It's gonna be good. You can cut your budget by only so many dollars, right? You can nickel and dime your budget only by so much, which is good. We should be doing that. However, you can make more money in side hustles than you can cut from your budget. So being able to cut your groceries by $500 and perhaps your fluffy spending by another $250, so you've cut your budget by $750, you can make $1,500 easier than it is to cut all of those other things. Actually, working more means you cut your budget automatically because you have less time to spend it. How do you juggle everything you do so thoroughly? If I have represented in some way that I juggle everything perfectly, I have grossly misrepresented myself and people in general. My friends, you can only do like 2 or 3 things pretty well. You cannot do 5 or 6 things really, really well. And if you want to excel at one thing, you can only do one thing really well. Like we're talking the people that are the best of the best. Olympic athletes, ballerinas performing Swan Lake. These people are the best of the best and they have no balance in their life at all, which is to be expected when you want to achieve that high of a level of something. So the more things that you try to do well, the more they will all suffer in quality. So please don't think I excel in all things or that I juggle things perfectly, because I do not. What I am good at is making a list of priorities for the day, and I feel like I have a broken guilt meter. emotion of guilt when you've done nothing wrong, it is useless. It does not help you in any way. In fact, it hinders you when it comes to being productive, being happy, and being a good influence on the people in your life, whether that's family or friends or whatever it is. I say take that guilt, chuck it out the window, and know that I absolutely do not juggle everything perfectly. Glacier or Yellowstone? I've never been to Glacier. So I'm gonna have to say Yellowstone only because Yellowstone is bigger. Of all the national parks I've been to, Yellowstone is the largest. It takes a very long time to see everything. What's the question? How do I get my energy? I don't really know. It has thoroughly changed the way I think about business, entrepreneurs, and making money and how the world works in that sense. As far as the negative impact, I don't know how to shut my brain off. The constant creative process is mentally draining, which is really fun most of the time. But like on nights and weekends, I can't shut it off. It's always on my mind. And it's very hard for me to just like completely shut the door on that and focus on something else, which is one of my favorite things about camping and being in the mountains. If you've seen an increase in that in my channel and in me, I go to where I have no cell service and I can't look at anything. I have no other option than to focus on now, and that's been really, really good for me. For those that don't know, WIC stands for Women, Infants, and Children. It's a government-run program that provides very specific food products for moms of kids that are 5 and under, or pregnant or nursing moms. So I was on WIC when I was pregnant with Haley and Andrew. I had no pride issues at all. I didn't feel guilty. I was just relieved that there were programs out there like that and that I could be one of the people to utilize the program. It was a huge deal to me at the time. It probably provided $50 to $75 dollar-wise worth of groceries a month. And then when I had babies that were nursing, it was probably closer to $100 worth of groceries a month. And when your grocery budget is only $100 a month, it essentially doubles the amount of food that you have in your house. So it was huge for me. I was vastly grateful to have it in my area and utilize it. No pride issues for me at all. Did I ever find out what Dave was allergic to or had skin issues? He has psoriasis, and it's an overactive immune response. It is an autoimmune condition, and there's some factors that can aggravate it. One of them is stress. Stress really, really aggravates it. And then we found for him, he cut a lot of dairy products, and that really did seem to help as well. And then UV light therapy helps a ton also. Okay, so motivation is false. It's a lie. So let's just throw that out there right now. It's about habits. And then I'm not always positive. However, I really want my place on the internet to be positive. I want you to come to my channel and feel motivated, inspired, like you're hanging out with someone, like you're bummed out and you come hang out with me and then you feel better. I try and deal with my issues privately, so you're not coming to my channel and getting bummed out. My favorite fitness equipment is probably my Peloton. This thing is amazing. They've come down in price so much now. The basic bike is cheaper than some of the other ones that you can get from some of the other companies. There was one thing I could add that I don't have. It's a weightlifting barbell. So if you have any tips on a good 35-pound barbell for girls, I'm all ears. That's enough talking for me. Time for me to go take a nap. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you next time. Bye.